Okay, so here we go into my craft room. So this is when I first come in. This is a super fun counter cross stitch my mother-in-law made for me. It says Crafting Queens. Of course, that's in my craft room. I'm not really sure if it's a craft room or a craft space. That light's not, this light's causing grief. So anyway, I thought I would give you a tour of my craft area. And so when you first come in the door, over there is, you know, a bunch of stuff on the wall, and I have my sewing machine, and the only thing I can do is sew on paper, my Big Shot, and I like to put some of my crafty things up, you know, things that I've made. So you can see on my wall, I've got some artwork on my wall, and I have the definition of create up on that one. So this is where I keep a lot of my paper that's like in sets, or I should say like coordinating packs. Okay, so I stopped to see how it was going, and I was going to try to use a different camera, and that didn't work, so we will just pick up where we left off. So I think I was showing you this unit that's kind of a mess over here on the left side, but a lot of my papers are actually still packed because I went on a scrapbooking weekend last weekend, and I'm going next weekend, so I didn't put everything away. But for example, I keep collection packs in folders similar to this. I have different styles. For example, this I have, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a label on there that says Memories Captured by Fancy Pants, so I always know who it is. Like I say, a lot of them are in there, and then I have several missing because they're packed away. I'm going to take them with me. So over here, I just have a bunch of junk. These drawers are full of, they're kind of hard to get open, I think, because they're so full. One of them has my Zutter Bind It All stuff in it, and one's full of ribbon, one's full of envelopes. I tend to get into these a lot more. This is still just kind of a mess. I took this little 3-drawer with me to my last crop, scrap weekend last weekend, so it's just got, you know, didos in it. So that's not too organized right now. Then there's another one under there that's got some miscellaneous inks and stuff that I use. I do have this carousel of cards. I just think it's cute to come into a craft room and have a little spinny, like it's a store or something, of cards. And my family like to be able just to come down here when they need a card and grab one. So I have them right there. Most of them have matching envelopes ready with them. So that's why I said it's kind of a craft room or a space, because as you can see, it's across there is couch that's kind of man zone on the other side of the beam, but you can see some of my scrapbook paper stacks, my holders standing up there. So I've got 7 of them against that wall, and they kind of come out. So I have kind of taken over man zone. This little cart, I love this cart. Let me pull it over here so you can see it better. I have so many different embellishments that I like to use, and if I can't see them, then they don't get used. So I will sit over here and I'll just pull the different carts over. Let me sit down so I can show you what I keep on them. It was inexpensive. I got this at the Container Store, and then I got just these little inexpensive containers. So I just like to be able to see and like paw through things. So, you know, this mostly is rhinestone jewels, enamel dots, and all that kind of stuff. So they're just kind of piled in there. This has a lot of, as you can see, the decorator brads from different sets. So I just, like I say, it's not any huge organization. We have buttons and doodads, but sometimes you just need to dig and find that certain thing. So I love this cart. It's got 4 little shelves on it. I think it was only like $29 or something like that at the Container Store. So sorry for I have no idea what that looks like while I'm moving it out of the way. This little cart I pull out all the time too, and so I'm sure many of you have seen these. I think I got this at Michael's or Joann's, and it's just full of stuff. So like things, mistables and cork. I have up here in this drawer. These are so fun. I just played with these on my scrapbook weekend last weekend. So that's what's in there. This drawer has a lot of my like longer sticker sets. It's just piles of stickers. I don't know how you guys find your embellishments you want. I like to dig. I think most of them in this drawer is my mind's eye stuff. Looks like it. So if I'm working with some my mind's eye, or I know what colors of my mind's eye I have, I know I can go in that drawer and dig around. This one currently just has a few Christmas things in it. So if I want to, some of the new Christmas embellishments and papers, well, not papers, but the embellishments to go with papers that we recently got in. This one is just not much in it. Some of its contents could be still packed away for, like I say, some of my stuff is packed away, but because I'm taking it with me, but I don't take it all. So really, I think one of these little cart things is great. You can move it around. I have a big storage room in that door, and so if I'm not going to craft for a while, or we're having company or something, I'll wheel it in there. So if you want to see what's in here, this is like a disaster zone. This is with the hot water heaters. Woohoo! But I have too much stuff. It doesn't all fit out here. So I have just, you know, I've got some, well, you can see. I got all kinds of stuff in here. And then I have embellishments and stuff I can use, and 6x6 paper pads. If you really want to see a mess, there's like a whole bunch of stuff back there. I can't tell if it's showing up. It's dark back there, but there's a bunch of shelves back there. So that's where I just kind of shove everything and stuff that I don't use quite as often. I'm actually using my little camera right now, so this is kind of comical. So I'll come from back here. So this is looking from Man Zone at my craft area. We had Closets by Design came in and built this unit for me. And these shelves here, again, I do have more paper than this, but a lot of it's packed. Were supposed to be built for 12 by 12 paper, and the guy who built them to 12 by 12. So I can cram them in there, but there's no room for them to slide, so I just have my 8.5 by 11 in there. And I like to keep them in these bags, because then all the colors are together and I can pull it out. Those bags are actually from Stampin' Up, even though it's not all Stampin' Up paper. Now that I started Stampin' Mania, I have a bunch of different paper. Again, I like to have all of my embellishments, you know, close where I can see them. Some of you have heard me say how I like to paw through my bowls and stuff. So I love to make these little rosettes. These aren't all put together, but I have a bowl of these rosettes that I dig around in when I can't think of something I want, and just some of my little things that I like to dig in. Again, they're packed away, but for the most part, this is pretty much what it looks like. Then when I'm working, I can see, you know, I've got some ribbons and different things right there visually, so I can see it. I love this. This came with 16. I love these little containers. And this has a little holder, and I got that from Office Max the other day because I had a bunch of these containers, but I didn't have the little holder, and I think it was only like $19 at Office Max for that, and it came with, you know, 16 of the little things along with the case. And so when I make stuff, you know, like in here, see if you can see it, I've got some decorated clothespins that I made. I will label things so that I know what manufacturer. These, for example, these are from Studio Calico. I just use washi tape and label stuff. This is from some new stuff that we got in. I love these. I can't wait to use them. They're from You Are My Happy from Teresa Collins that we just got in. You can see some of it sitting here. I'm going to make something with that. Then I have more paper, fax machine and copier, a bunch of ink. I think some of my favorite things, though, are these drawers. So these drawers were built, they have the acrylic stuff for Closets by Design again. A lot of stuff is missing, but stuff that isn't going with me. You can see these acrylic holders. I love them. Okay, so that's pretty cool. That's something my grandson wanted to color. Then over here is some of my ink. It's a Stampin' Up! Ink holder, but it's got a lot of my Hero Arts shadow inks in it. I think you probably saw some of these inks over here. I've got, I really like Memento. I've got some Adirondack. There's even some Close to My Heart there. So, down here I have this is, I keep my heat tool here. And this is, because since I work right here, I just know to my left is where I'll grab all of my adhesives and things that I need. Got Distress inks in the next drawer. This is just stuff that I may want to decorate, hodgepodge. And then this bottom drawer just has a bunch of, can't think, embossing powder kind of stuff in it. Hodgepodge drawer. So it has, I have a lot of storage and a lot of space. Not everything is even full. Of course, some of that is because, again, I have it packed. Up on the top, I've got, I like to keep some crafty stuff out. And there's my mud puddles. And just kind of makes me, I just like to look around at crafty stuff. In here, I've got a lot of my stamps. And I keep them in the containers. God, I can't talk and look at this at the same time. So I label them all. This is the Hullabaloo set by Paper Smooches, and these are the Avriel storage pockets. So I have stamps and miscellaneous stuff in there. Over here's where I, oh look, I'm on my screen. That webcam must be on over there too. This is a total mess right here, as you can see. It's where I do computery stuff. Some family pictures there. So that's pretty much my craft room. I've got room for 2 people can sit there, and this is a container of crap that I'm going to take with me. So there it is. Ooh, it really looks like a mess from here. But if I push those little carts out of the way, it wouldn't look so bad. So anyway, that's my craft room. Talk to you later.